Tuesday morning. Mattie Schell joins us by the phone now. Mattie, how are you doing this Tuesday?
Hey, we're doing great. It's not raining here in St. Louis, so we're doing extra good.
Absolutely. And, really what I think is exciting is you're getting ready to go on tour, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll be leaving next week. It's the start of me and my friend Jackson Stokes. We're starting a tour called the Midwest Express.
I love it. And now how long is this going to run?
It runs through June 16th. We start in Chicago, and then we'll do Jerseyville, of course, on the 30th. And we kind of cover a lot of Midwest ground on this first tour, and we'll end right here in St. Louis in Benton Park for the Benton Park Summer Concert Series.
I really like that. And Mattie, take me through what the sights and sounds of your guys' tour is going to look like. Take me through your guys' plan.
So since we're called the Midwest Express, we decided to start our first run right here in the Midwest. We're going to do a lot of Ohio and Iowa and Indiana and Illinois. And basically, Jackson and I will both play our own original music. And then we kind of come together for kind of a superset at the end of our set. And we play all Midwestern sort of themed songs or artists that are from the Midwest, which there's a lot of great artists that come out of all those states. So it was pretty easy to make that playlist. But yeah, we're just going to hop in a van with a trailer and hit the road and do it old school style.
I love it. Hey, and I wanted to ask you too, before we dive into Rock the Block a little bit, wanted to ask about Everything Means Nothing. How's that been for you?
Oh man, it's been such a cool ride. It came out on April 25th, of course. And I was at Merle Fest on that day, and I got to play 2 sets out there in North Carolina on the day my record came out. And, I've been probably waiting for this album to come out for almost 3 years now. So just to finally see something come to fruition and be able to have it in my hands to give or sell to other people, or for people to go, I got to listen to the whole record. It means, I know it's called Everything Means Nothing, but it means everything to me that I can have that out. Well, so it's been awesome.
Well, and too, it seems like, this really got a rave review in the Riverfront Times also. What's that mean to you?
Well, you know what? St. Louis has always been super supportive of my music, like whether it was with the River Kittens years ago and with my new stuff now. They're just always, people say St. Louis is a music city, but really I think it's a music supporter city.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I think they the RFT always they have people's backs. They're local musicians, so. For sure.
And is Jackson there with you today on the phone?
No, Jackson is actually not even in the country. Jackson is in Europe. He's out with the Devin Allman Project on a tour through Europe right now. So he'll get back tomorrow, and then we're gonna play a couple shows this weekend and hit the road next.
Man, talk about a schedule! Wow.
Oh, I know, right? I'm like, I don't know how he does it. He just goes right from one tour to the other, no sleep or nothing. So.
Well, what are you looking to get out of this tour? Just from an artistic side, from just the Mattie Schell side, is there anything you're looking to experience from this?
One thing. Well, so I recently became a Gibson sponsored artist. Mm-hmm. So I've got this brand new Gibson Les Paul that I've been playing, the Mary Ford Les Paul, and it's a gold top and it's beautiful. And I really, it's inspired me to just really dig into electric guitar and really try and learn and get better at my instrument. Because I haven't always been an electric guitar player. I was acoustic mostly for years. And with this band, I can play electric and really kind of hone in those skills. That's one of my goals for this tour, is to learn from Jackson, because he's an incredible guitarist, and just to kind of get more confident in that area. Because, if I always felt like if I could make my guitar do what I can make my voice do, then I'd be a next level up,
Well, 100%. And, whenever you're working on your songs, when you're working on, putting some lyrics down, I know that just reading a little bit about, some of your music, including the song about, Alton in there too, what do you get? Does your inspiration come just from when you're out and about, or do you have to sit and think about it for a little bit with like a song like Rivertown Trip?
Well, with Rivertown Trip, that sort of just came out of me all at once.
Wow.
I was actually living in Alton at the time. I was living on State Street, and I just had a great time with friends that night. It was like one of those block party nights that gets kind of,
Yep.
a little wild, a little too much fun. And we were just walking around the streets of Alton, and I was just inspired to write that song. And I would say I wrote it probably in 10 minutes, and that was that was in 2009. I just didn't put it out until a few years ago with River Kittens. And then when I went to go record it with JD Simo on the new record, he sort of breathed this new life into it and gave it this sort of like Memphis soul sound that kind of matched with the Mississippi feel we have in Alton. So that song's been quite the saga and a journey. But I think where it ended up is perfect. So.
Take me through some of the folks that you've been able to work with, because, it seems like you've been able to have, quite the story written yourself just on the journey you've had through music.
Well, yeah, some of the folks, I mean, I think, like I mentioned, Jackson Stokes is on tour with Devin Allman Project. And of course, Devin Allman had signed the River Kittens to his record label years ago. And I've met, through that and through touring with the Allman Family Revival, I have just met a lot of people that are friends of the Allman family and a lot of performers that have been performing with them for years, even before, the original Allman Brothers had passed and all that. And Dickie Betts' son, Dwayne, is also part of the band. I'm opening up for those guys here at the end of June for the Allman Betts tour. And yeah, JD Simo, who produced my record, I met through them, who, without this record, I would not have met my record label and all these amazing bluegrass musicians on my label that I've gotten to meet and play with now. And I played the Dickie Betts Memorial Concert earlier this year. I got to sing with Derek and Susan and from the Tedeschi Trucks Band, and I met Chuck Leavell from the Rolling Stones, of course. I sang with Jimmy Hall from Wet Willie. It's just like the list can go on and on. It's just from that family, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's really cool to see, where the journey's kind of taken you, and, to be able to come back and be in Jerseyville for this Rock the Block that's on May the 30th, especially with how much you're able to accomplish too, and for the community around you to celebrate that with you, such a great thing. And Mattie, what time does the show start May the 30th?
Show starts at 7:00. We kind of wanted to give people a little bit of time to get home from work and, at least sit down for a second. So
that's fair.
Yes. It starts at 7 and it'll be right across the street from the Stadium Theater and City Center.
Well, and now, is it going to be very similar to what you guys are going to be doing on your tour?
Yeah, this will be a full Midwest Express show.
Oh, cool. Really cool.
Yeah, so it'll last all night. I'll play about an hour of original music. Jackson will do the same, and then we'll play some tunes that everybody knows and everybody can dance to.
I like it. Is there a song that you like playing with them right now that everyone should know more than anything?
Well, I would say probably one of my Rivertown Trip is a great example because it's about the area, and I wrote it, for my friends and neighbors. So Rivertown Trip and Coast to Coast is a good one to sing along to.
I got to ask you, do you have any pre-show ritual that you have to do before you go on stage?
Well, I don't have to do it, but a shot of tequila never.
There you go. Is there a spot along this trip? I know that Jerseyville is going to be a fun show and everything, but on this Midwest Express tour that you're looking forward to stopping by and seeing the most?
Yeah, you know what? Chicago is one place that Jackson and I have, I've lived, being from Illinois, how many times have we been to Chicago? I don't think I've only played there once, and it was with Jackson. So it'll be really cool to go back and have this. Have it be a planned thing instead of sort of last minute thing, and see if we can make some friends there and be able to, keep it within the 5-hour radius and have shows, on the weekends in these other cities. Same with Kansas City and in Columbus, Ohio. Just anytime you can get a tour that's within 6 hours of everything, that's excellent for logistics.
100%. And I think it's going to be so cool for, families to be able to just enjoy a nice night of music from you and Jackson on May the 30th. And the show starts at 7 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And it runs 7 to 10?
Yeah, it'll be, no, I believe it's 7 to 11. So
Oh, wow.
So it'll probably be 3 hours of music with a few breaks. So all in all,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, and Mattie, before I let you go, is there anything that you want to fill in our audience and the region, just about this Midwest Express tour? And before we even touch on that, where can we get your album?
You can actually buy my album in Alton at RiverBend Records. I believe they're carrying it. And you can also get it at RiverBender.com. And then also you can stream it. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, whatever you listen to your music on, you can stream it. And then also you can come get it from me in person. I'll sign it for you in Jerseyville on May 30th.
That's a good answer. Well, I like the third option. I think the third option is the best option. And is there anything else that we should talk about when it comes to your tour and the show on the 30th?
I would just say, come with a lawn chair, be prepared to have a good time, and be prepared to sing along, because that third superset is just chock full of classic rock and 70s hits and, stuff that you guys know. You'll want to sing along. So,
okay, I got a question before I let you go. Let's say that you're on stage with a completely new band. You've never met these people. It's like a Kill Tony set. They just pick out the names and you go on the stage, What is the go-to safety song for you that you can always pull out? I mean, I know there's probably a few, but if there's one, is there one that you have always in the back pocket ready to go?
Oh, yeah. I would say either Down by the River by Neil Young or Do Right Woman by Aretha Franklin.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, those two.
I love it. Well, Mattie, best of luck with you and Jackson on this tour, the Midwest Express tour, and making its way to Jerseyville for Rock the Block, May the 30th. Show starts at 7. Bring the lawn chair, have fun with the family, and you can find out more information. Mattie, what's your social media so we can follow along and see some of your live performances too?
You can follow me on Facebook just as Mattie Schell, and then on Instagram, it's Mattie Schell Music.
Really cool. And Mattie, we'll link everything in an article on RiverBender.com here shortly, but I hope everything goes well and have a great tour.
Thank you so much, CJ. Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Hey, we'll take a break. It's 10:50, a little bit of change. More daily show as we wrap up this Tuesday morning next.